Next we will see resultant of parallel force system in space. Now understand the theory background of this. We have x coordinate, y coordinate and z coordinate. And here you can see we have three forces, F1, F2, F3. Okay, and all the three forces are parallel to each other and they are on different planes. Okay, so these are parallel force in space. Now we have to find for this coordinate system, okay, we have three forces, so we have to find resultant force passing through point P. Now this point P we are defining that whatever resultant is there, it passes through point P. That is notation which we are going to use, and location of this point P, it is x, y, z. Now what are the steps involved over here? We will first write down the coordinates, then we will write down the force vectors F1, F2 and F3, okay, from the magnitude. Then we have to write down position vectors, then moment vector, resultant force vector, then we have to take moment of all the force vectors, okay, F1, F2, F3 about point O. So that is written here. We have to add that. Okay, so already we are finding here moment vectors, that only we have to add. So when you are adding moment vector, you have to add moment vector as well as couple vector. Then after that, resultant is there. So what is moment of this resultant vector about point O? So there will be a position vector here which is OP vector. Okay, so OP position vector into resultant vector. So we will get moment of this resultant about point O. Okay, then we will apply Paragnous theorem. Okay, and using this we can calculate x, y and z coordinate of point P once we equate this. Okay, how this occurs actually we will see with the help of example. So I'll go through the question. This is resultant of parallel force system in space. 5 vertical forces are acting on a horizontal plate. So here you can see a plate has been shown and 5 forces F1, F2, F3, F4 and F5. They are acting on this horizontal plate. Find the resultant of forces and point of application with respect to origin. So point of application meaning, suppose now if you consider this, maximum forces are in downward direction. Okay, only one force is in upward. So obviously resultant, since this magnitude is less, resultant will also be in downward direction on this plate. So we have to find resultant is passing through point P. We have to find resultant force. Okay, so R we have to find. Also we have to find location x, y, z of that P. Now steps for this we have already seen. So we have to just follow the steps. First will be we have to write down coordinates. Okay, so coordinate we will start with point O, origin it is 0, 0, 0. Then point A. Tell me what is the coordinate of this force. It is acting at this point, point A. This is x-axis, this is y-axis and this is z-axis. So point A, it is there on x-axis. Okay, so x will be how much? It will be 6. Y is 0 and z is also 0. So A will be 6, 0, 0. Then point B. Point B location, it is given over here. Tell me what is x, y and z coordinate. Point B is over here. So x is 6, then y is 0. Why? Because this is y-axis. So y is 0 and z it is 5. So I'll write down B 6, 0, 5. then point C. Now point C location is here. Okay, what is X distance? 4, Y distance 0, and Z distance 5. Point D. X is 0, Y is 0, okay, and Z, it is 5. 0, 0, 5. So we have completed the main step, writing coordinates. Second, we will write down force vectors. Now in this case, parallel system, writing force vector is very easy because all the forces are either acting in downward direction or upward direction. So I is not there, K is not there, only J is there. So directly we can write down value of that vector. What will be F1 vector? It is acting in downward direction. Okay, and this is Y. Okay, so it will be minus 3J. Force vector 2. It is acting in downward direction. So minus 5J. F3. It is acting in downward direction. So minus 6J. Fourth force vector F4. That will be, it is acting in upward direction. So plus 2J. And last one F5 vector. Force is acting in downward direction. So minus 7J. Next, we will write down position vector. Now while writing position vector, understand that we have X, we have Z for all the points. If you see, okay, X value is there, Z is there, but Y value is 0. Okay, for all the points. So we have to consider only I and J when we are writing position vector. First you have to make note of that. Okay, so for F1 force, what will be position vector? It will be 0. Why? Because it is passing through origin. So position vector of force 1 is 0. Then position vector of force 2. Okay, force 2 is this location. What is the position vector? OA. Okay, so we have to find OA. This will be, so A minus O, it will be 6. So it will be 6I. Then position vector of force 3. Force 3 is acting at this location. Okay, it will be OB. So this will be B minus O. So B minus O. As it is, you will have 6I plus 5K. Next, position vector of force 4. What will be that? It is acting force in upward direction at point C. Okay, so position vector, it will be OC. So C minus O, it will be 4I plus 5K. And last one, position vector of fifth force. That will be, this is the fifth force. Okay, so OD we have to calculate. So D minus O. Okay, we have only one K term is there. Okay, so this will be 5K. So after writing position vector, we have to write moment vectors. moment vector 1, moment of force 1 about point 2, it will be position vector into cross product of force vector. Position vector we have 0, okay, so 0 0 0, and force vector minus 3j, so 0 minus 3 0. So if you solve this, you will get value as 0. Next, moment vector 2. Why this moment is 0? Because force vector F1, it is passing through moment center. So we require what? See, if you consider two-dimensional force system, what is force? What is moment? Moment about moment center, it is force into perpendicular distance. So here this distance is important. Now that distance is 0 for F1. That is why moment vector of force 1 is 0. Okay, so M2 moment vector, this will be position vector into force vector. Okay, position vector, it is 6i, so 6 0 0, and force vector, it is minus 5j, 0 minus 5 and 0. You can solve this, you will get minus 30k. Next, moment of force 3, it will be position vector into force vector 3. Position vector for point 3, 6i plus 5k, j is 0, 605, and force vector f bar 3, it is minus 6j. So you can simplify this and you will get value equal to 30i minus 36k. Next, moment of force 4 about origin, position vector 4 into force 4, force vector. Position vector R4, it is 4i plus 5k, so j is 0, 405. Then force vector F4, that value is 2j, so 0 2 0. So moment vector 5, it will be position vector into force vector. Okay, position vector 5k is there. And force vector minus 7 is there, j. What we have calculated till now, we have found out force vector, first we have found out coordinates, then force vectors, magnitude we have converted into vector, then position vector of each force, then moment vectors. Okay, now what is the next step? We have to find resultant of forces. Okay, and forces we have already written the vector, so we have to add all the vectors. Okay, force vectors we have to add first, then we will consider moment vector, summation of moment about point O. Okay, that will be, we have to add all the moment vectors, then we will assume that resultant vector, it is passing through point P and its coordinate are x, y, z. Okay, and apply Varignon's theorem to find x, y, z. That is the procedure. Okay, this way we have to solve the numerical. So resultant force vector, it will be r bar equal to, we have to add all the force vectors. So resultant force vector, it will be addition of all the force vectors. Okay, I'll go and read the values. Okay, we have to add F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar, F4 bar and F5 bar. Now you can observe all the vectors, they are in terms of J only. Okay, so resultant will be in terms of J. So I'll write down the values here. So these are the values of force vectors. From here I can calculate resultant vector r bar. It is minus 19J. What is the unit of this? Newton or kilonewton? See the question. Question, force is given in kilonewton. So unit will be kilonewton. Now we have found resultant force vector. We have to find position. Let this resultant r bar force vector act at point P. Now we have to find coordinates of point P. So I'll apply. First we will calculate resultant moment vector. Now what is Varignon's theorem? We'll see that. Varignon's theorem is summation of moment of all the forces is equal to moment of resultant. Okay, so what we will do, summation of moment about point O, this vector can be calculated using, if we add m1 to m5, that we can calculate. Then moment of resultant, that we have to calculate. Okay, suppose resultant is at this location. Okay, it is negative, right? Minus 19J. It is acting at point P. What will be coordinate of point P? It will be x, that is unknown. Then y will be 0 and z will be z only. Why y is 0 here? Because if you see all the forces, y is 0. Okay, for all the forces, all the points y is 0. So when you consider location of P, x will have some value, y will be 0 and z will have some value. Okay, so we'll solve this part now. So first will be summation of moment about point O. So part A, summation of moment about point O. This will be, we have to add all the vectors which we have already found out. Okay, so this values we have to add. I'll show you the values. 0 minus 30k plus 30i minus 36k minus 10i plus 8k and last is plus 35i. So I'll write down these values. What will be unit of moment? Kilonewton meter. Okay, so summation of moment about point O we have calculated. Next, moment of resultant. Okay, it will be position vector ROP into cross product of resultant force vector. Now OP coordinates I have already told you. Okay, x will be there, y will be 0 and z will be z. So x and z we have to find out. X, 0 and z. And our resultant we have found out. It is minus 19j. So 0 minus 19, 0. Okay, now moment of resultant vector about point O. This is the vector. Okay, so now we can apply Varignon's theorem. So we have to equate summation of moment about point O equal to moment of resultant. So I'll do that part. So applying Varignon's theorem, what we can write down, summation of moment vectors about point O is equal to moment of resultant about point O. Okay, so summation of moment about point O. This value I have written from here, and this value we can write here. Okay, so here you can see we can equate the coefficients. Okay, I and k. So what value I'll get? 19z is equal to 55. And next will be minus 19x equal to minus 58. So z is equal to 2.89 meter and x equal to 3.05 meter. So final answer I can write down. R bar is the resultant vector minus 19j kilonewton acts at point P whose coordinates are x is 3.05, y is 0 and z is 2.89 meter. This is final answer. Next type of numerical, it is resultant of general force system in space. Now observe this, here we have x-axis, then y-axis and z-axis, and you can observe the direction of forces F1, F2, F3 and F4. They are random. Okay, they are not concurrent. All the forces are not passing through one point and they are not parallel. So this system is general force system. Now since all these forces are in three-dimensional plane, this is general force system in space. Now if you recall, when we used to solve resultant of general force system in case of coplanar force system, okay, there we used to apply Varignon's theorem. But in case of general force system, Varignon's theorem is not applicable. Okay, so resultant of general force system in space, it is denoted by a resultant vector. Here you can see this is resultant vector and this is moment vector. Okay, so resultant of general force system, it is shown as resultant force vector and moment vector. Okay, now we will see what are the steps involved while solving the numericals of resultant of general force system in space. Okay, first step will be we have to write down the coordinates, then magnitude of forces are given, so from there we have to find force vectors, then we have to find position vector, because we have to take moment of that force. So we have to find position vector, then we have to find moment vectors, then we will find out resultant force vector, which will be addition of all the force vectors, then resultant moment vector, that will be summation of all the moment vectors along with couple vector. Now here one important note you have to remember: general force system in space cannot be reduced to a single force. Therefore, resultant is expressed in two components. One is resultant force vector, that is resultant force component, and second is resultant moment couple component. Varignon's theorem is not applicable to general force system in space. Okay, so if you recall the coplanar general force system, all the forces acting in one plane, there were two types of problem. One was convert the given question into single force system, that is you have to only find resultant, or you have to find resultant and moment. Okay, so these were the two types of numericals in case of coplanar general force system. Now in case of general force system in space, we have only one thing. What is that? We will get r bar as well as moment vector as well. Okay, so here we cannot convert or reduce the system into a single force system only. It has to be expressed in two components: resultant force component and resultant moment couple component. Okay, so here we will see one numerical of resultant of general force system in space. So what is the first step? We will write down coordinates. Okay, before writing the coordinates, we will write down the force vectors which are given in the question. So I'll read the question: determine the resultant force and the resultant couple of a force system shown in figure. So here you can see x, y and z coordinates are shown, and all the forces F1, F2, F3, F4, don't forget the couple C1, these are in space, okay, meaning XYZ coordinate, and these are not passing through one point or they are not parallel. So these are general force system. Okay, this form a general force system in space. Now the magnitude of force and couple is given in the question. This is C1, and here you can see C2 is also given. Okay, so we will write down the value of all the forces again. So F1, it is 100 Newton. Now this F1, it is acting, what is the direction of F1? It is acting from A to E. So in bracket I will write down the direction. It acts from A to E. Next, F2 force, here you can observe direction is from A to C. Next will be F3. Now force 3, here you can observe force 3, it is from E to D. Okay, magnitude of F3 is 40 Newton. In bracket write down the direction E to D. Next, F4, 40 Newton. What is the direction of F4? It is B to A. Okay, next, couple C1, magnitude is 250 Newton meter. Now what is the direction of couple? Very important, understand this. C1, it is clockwise. So you have to use right hand thumb rule. Okay, so your fingers will be curled in this direction, clockwise direction. So what will be the direction of your thumb? Thumb will be in this direction. Okay, so what is the direction? D to B. So couple, in bracket you can write down D to B. Then C2, it is equal to 100 Newton meter. Okay, now understand the direction. this is the direction of C2. Your fingers should curl in the direction of C2. So what will be the direction of thumb? It will be this direction. Okay, so what is the direction? A to O. Okay, next I'll write down coordinates. Okay, now you have to tell me this. What is coordinate of point O? It will be 0, 0, 0. Next coordinate of point A. What is that? So if you consider point A, it is there on x-axis. Okay, so x distance is 3, y is 0 and z is 0. Okay, so 3, 0, 0. B. What is the coordinate of point B? X is 3, y is 3 and z is 0. So 3, 3, 0. Coordinate of point C. Point C is over here. X is 0, y is plus 3 and z is 0. So 0, 3, 0. Then point D. Coordinate of point D. X is 0. Okay, x is 0. Y is there, right? What is y? It is 3 meter. Then what is z? Z is 4 meter. So D 0, 3, 4. Then last point E. What is that? E location is here. X is 0, y is 0 and z direction is there with respect to point O. What is that? 4 meter. So 0, 0, 4. Okay, now we have found out all the coordinates. Next is we have to find force vectors. Now force vector of force 1, it will be magnitude of force into unit vector. Now what is the direction of unit vector? We have written here. It is A to E. Okay, so F1 magnitude, it is given in question. What is that? 100 multiplied by. Okay, unit vector, how to calculate this? Unit vector, it is A. So E minus A. Okay, so here it will be minus 3I plus 4K. So this will be minus 3I plus 4K divided by under root of 3 square plus 4 square. So if you simplify this, you will get minus 60I plus 80K. Second, force vector F bar 2 is equal to F2 into unit vector. What is unit vector for force 2? It is from A to C. So F2 value, it is 20 under root 2 and AC, it will be C minus A. Okay, so C is this one and A is this one. Okay, so minus 3I plus 3J. Okay, so I'll write down minus 3I plus 3J divided by under root of 3 square plus 3 square equal to minus 20I plus 20J. Next, force vector 3. Okay, this will be F3 into unit vector. Now what is the direction of F3? It is from E to D. E to D. Okay, F3 value, it is given in question 40 multiplied by. Here we have to subtract D minus E. D minus E, right? So I is 0, j is 3 minus 0. So 3j, and 4 minus 4, 0k. So we'll have only j. So 3j divided by under root of 3 square, which is 3. Okay, so this will be 40j. Next, vector of force 4. That will be F4 into unit vector. What is direction of unit vector? It is B to A. Okay, so E, B to A. Okay, so it will be A minus B. F4 value, it is 40 into A to B. Okay, so A and B, 3 minus 3, 0, and minus 3j. Okay, so here also we'll have minus 3j. Minus 3j upon under root of 3 square. So 3 equal to, this will be minus 40j. Next we have to find couple vector C1. This will be magnitude of couple into unit vector. Now this unit vector direction for C1, we have got that from right hand thumb rule. Okay, so what is the direction of C1? D to B. dB. So this will be dB bar upon mod of dB bar. Okay, so it will be B minus D. C1 value, it is 250 Newton meter multiplied by B minus D. Okay, B minus D. So 3 minus 0, 3i. Okay, 3 minus 3, 0, j, and minus 4k. Okay, so I'll write down the equation. Okay, so this is couple vector C1. Okay, last vector is remaining, couple vector C2. This will be C2 into unit vector. Okay, what is the direction of C2? Again from right hand thumb rule, it is A to O. A to O. So C2 value, it is 100 Newton meter into O minus A. Okay, so O minus A. So it will be minus 3i. Minus 3i upon under root of 3 square. Okay, so if you simplify this, you will get minus 100i. Okay, so we have completed step number 2. Okay, we have found out force vectors. Okay, next we have to find position vector. Why? Because we have to take moment. We have to find moment vectors after that. So position vector, what we have to find? Understand that. Suppose if you consider F1 force. Okay, this is F1 force. Now you can consider position vector as either OA or you can consider OE. Anything you can consider, you will get same answer. Okay, so don't get confused whether you have to consider OA or OE. Okay, if you take OA, you will get some answer. Finally, same answer you will get. Okay, even if you consider OE. So I'll write down position vector R1, which is of force 1 with respect to point O. So sub heading number 3 will calculate position vectors. So first position vector of force 1, it will be either OA or it will be OE. You can consider anything. Okay, so we'll go to the question and see. Okay, now this OA and OE, what will be this OA position vector? It will be A minus O. Okay, so A minus O, that will give us 3i. Okay, so first value is 3i if you consider OA position vector. If you consider OE position vector, it will be E minus O. So E minus O will give us 4K. Okay, so I'll write down both the values. So this will be equal to 3i or 4K. Finally, when you consider moment vector, you can take any of the value, 3i or 4K. You will get same answer. Next, position vector of force 2 with respect to point O. Understand that. So this one I'll explain. After that, I'll write down as it is. Okay. So force 2, here you can see this is force 2. What is the position vector of force 2? It will be OA or it will be OC. Okay. When you consider OA, it will be A minus O again. So it will be 3I. Or if you consider OC, it will be C minus O. So C minus O meaning it will be 3J. Okay, so I'll write down. Here this can be OA or OC. This will be 3I or 3J. Similarly, we can write down position vector of force 3. This will be OE or OD, which is equal to 4K or 3J plus 4K. And position vector of force 4, it will be OA or OB, 3I or 3I plus 3J. Now in exam, when you are solving this numerical, either you write this value or this value. Okay. So you can take any one, but no need to show both of them. Okay. Here just for explanation purpose, I have shown both the values. Okay. So remaining part I'll explain R3 and R4. Okay. So F3 force, position vector, it will be OE. What will be OE? It will be E minus O. E minus O, it will be 4K. Or you can consider OD. Okay, so that will be D minus O. So D minus O, it will be 3J plus 4K. Next, if you consider position vector of force F4, that will be OB or OA. OA meaning it will be A minus O, so 3I, or it will be B minus O, so it will be 3I plus 3J. Okay, and same thing I have written there on the bottom side. Okay, now we have force vectors, we have position vector, so we can find moment vector. So next heading I will write down moment vector. So fourth heading I am writing moment vectors. So moment vector of first force, it will be position vector of first force with respect to point O, cross product of force vector. Okay, so what will be this value? You can take anything, either 3I or 4K. Both will give same answer finally. You can try it afterwards. I'll take only one value. Okay, I'll take these values. I am not going to consider these values. These values you can consider, you can practice the same question and check whether by taking this value you are getting same answers or not. I'll write down the equation. So first one is position vector into force vector. Okay, so this will be cross product. So IJK position vector, I'll consider first values. Okay, so 3I, so 300, force vector F1, it is minus 60, 0 and 80. you can calculate this, you will get minus 240 J. Next moment vector, it will be position vector into force vector. Okay, so again I j k position vector 2, it is 3I, so 3 0 0, and force vector F2. Force vector is, we don't have k, so minus 20 plus 20 and 0. This value is 60k. Next, moment vector 3 of force 3, position vector of force 3, cross product of force vector. Position vector 4k is given, right? So I and j is 0, so 0 0 4. And force vector F3, that is 40j. Okay, so 0 40 0. This is minus 160I. Next, moment vector 4. Okay, position vector with respect to point O of force vector 4. This will be cross product position vector R4. This is 3I. So 3 0 0. Okay, and force vector F4. This is minus 40j. So 0 minus 40 0. This value is minus 120k. Now unit of this moment vector, it will be Newton meter. No need to calculate here again couple vector. Why? Because we have already calculated couple vector in previous step. Okay, so here we have already calculated couple vector. So no need to calculate it again when we are finding moment vectors. Unit of couple vector and moment vector, it will be same. We will go to the question again. What we have to do in this question? Okay, 2 steps are remaining just now. So what are the 2 steps which are remaining? Determine the resultant force and resultant couple of the force system. So we have to find R. Okay, R bar we have to find resultant force vector, and we have to find resultant moment couple vector. Okay, it will be summation. So these 2 things we have to find. Now resultant vector we have to find out, first one. Okay, so I'll write next heading, heading number 5, resultant force vector. So this will be resultant force vector is equal to, how many forces are there? 4 forces. So add all the forces vectors, F1, F2, F3 and F4. Already we have found out values of all the vectors. Okay, we'll go to that. What are the values? Here we have found out the values. Okay, they are in terms of I, J, K. So we have to add all these values to get resultant. So I'll write down all the values there. Equal to minus 60I plus 80K minus 20I plus 20J plus 40J minus 40J. So these 2 will get cancelled, and resultant force vector R bar, it is equal to minus 80I plus 20J plus 80K Newton. This is first answer. Now the second part, last part which is remaining, that is resultant moment couple vector. What will be equation of this? It will be summation of all the moment vectors. Okay, so this will be m1 plus m2 plus m3 plus m4, moment of all the four forces plus couple vector c1 plus couple vector c2. Okay, so we have already found out all the values. Okay, we'll see that values. So m1 is there, m2 is there, m3, m4 and c1 and c2. Okay, we have to just add these values and take all the items, add all the items, j terms and k terms. So here we can find final answer. Resultant moment vector, it is equal to minus 110I minus 240J minus 260K. Unit of this will be Newton meter. So we have completed the numerical on resultant of general force system in space. Okay, once again we'll see the numerical completely what we have done here. What we have done in this question, first we have to identify the type of system. Okay, so after identifying the type of system, we found the direction of forces and couple. Okay, for couple we used right hand thumb rule. Then we have written all the coordinates of all the points. Then force vectors, position vector, using force vector and position vector we calculate moment vectors. Then add all the force vectors to get resultant force vector, add all the moment vectors and couple vectors to get resultant moment couple vector. So with this we have completed forces in space.